As an online entrepreneur, you're always worried about, personally, this happens to me. Oftentimes, I sit at my quiet time and reflect, how is it going to be at my retirement age? If I should continue with these online businesses here and there, how is it going to be? Am I going to have enough money for my retirement and all that? And I know this worry so many online entrepreneurs out there. And aside that, even people that are yet to start their digital entrepreneurship journey, they are also worried, how is it going to be? And that's why this video is here today for you. Welcome back to my channel. This is Francis Eze, and I'm all about teaching you how to make money online and everything that's around becoming successful online. And if this is your first time of coming to this channel, you're super welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, you're also very much welcome. And if you are really interested in making it online, then go ahead and like this video, subscribe and smash that bell notification icon so that whenever I drop hot content like this, you will be among the first to be notified. I've noticed that most young adults, especially in Africa, they rarely talk about important financial discussions such as budgeting, making cool and great financial decisions, then doing long and short-term financial goals, saving, and ultimately making meaningful investments. I rarely see online entrepreneurs, especially in Africa, talk about this, on how they can actually become financially free at the end of the day, because oftentimes you get clouded with the whole, you start making money online from your house, you're not spending much, you're making money, especially if you're in Africa, you earn in dollars, sometimes you earn in pounds, you earn in euros, and with the exchange rate, you're seeing huge conversion and you're seeing huge money. And that way, somehow you start thinking that it's going to be like this all the time. Hell no. And that's why you need these 5 smart money tactics to pull you through. But without wasting much of your time, let's get right into these 5 smart money tactics that every online entrepreneur should know. Okay, so the first one is make realistic budgets. Of course, you can't make budgets without knowing what comes into your bank account and what leaves every week, every month, every year. So you need to have good understanding of how much you make each week if you earn weekly, then how much you make each month, or how much you make every year, and look at how much you spend. What are those recurring expenditure that you have to always, like feeding, transportation, and all that? How much do you spend? And that way, once you have good understanding of the income and expenses, then you should be able to budget what you should spend every month or every week. That way, you spend less and you have more income. Okay, so that's very important. Making realistic budgets, which comes from understanding your income and your expenditures. So the second smart money tactic is having an emergency fund. Very important. Yeah, oftentimes we feel like our online journey, our online entrepreneurship is going to be smooth. Remember, everything is not within your control. I could wake up tomorrow and see that my YouTube channel is restricted. I can't have access. And all those AdSense money that I make from it won't be there again. So how do I survive until I get these things rectified? This is where the emergency fund comes in and help you. Because if you don't have any emergency fund, you see yourself running into debt. And once you start running into debt, you start getting destabilized. To even focus and achieve your goal become more difficult. So you need emergency fund, and it needs to be reviewed often, because as you grow, as you achieve more success, your financial obligations increases, and you need to have an emergency fund that can at least hold you down when things are not going right. Okay, so that's very important. Emergency fund, make sure you have that, and you need to set out your emergency fund even before planning of other expenses that you would want to do once you receive your income. Okay, so very important. The next point is spending less with your debit card. Yeah, when you start earning all those sweet online money, affiliate commissions, maybe freelancing pays, e-commerce and all that, it feels so good. In fact, the money appears almost free. And at that point, you get triggered to start spending, party hard, spend, wear designers, look fly, buy a new ride, like spend unnecessarily. So please, spend less with your debit card. And how do you do that? Make sure you have multiple accounts. It's not all your accounts that are meant to have the mobile app and debit card. Have an account. By the time you must have done your realistic budgeting, have an account for your daily runnings, and that account shouldn't exceed a certain amount of money. Like for myself, I'm in Nigeria. I have an account for my daily runnings, and it doesn't exceed 100,000 naira. Once it exceeds 100,000 naira, whatever thing that is on top of that 100, I take it to a different account that doesn't have mobile app, that doesn't have debit card, that I can't even access the account until I get to the bank. So in case I find myself in a party zone and I want to spend, do I have to go to the bank to get all this money and all that? So that way it helps me to leave off all those unnecessary expenses. Smart money tactic number 3: start your retirement savings today. There are oftentimes I see young people, personally I'm also young, but I see other young people, they don't think of saving for their retirement. They always feel like you have to save for your retirement by the time you get to 40 or 50, maybe by the time you have millions in your account. That's not the way it should. Start saving for your retirement right now, at your 20s, at your 30s, even at your 10s. Start saving, because those money you save at your 20s, they work more over time for you. In the next 10 years, before you get to your 30s, they've already worked for 10 years. And you don't want to imagine how much you must have made. Okay? So start saving for your retirement now. It's not going to be, the whole digital journey is not going to be smooth and going up all the time. Sometimes you have to go through those undulating motions and all that. And this retirement savings gives you that assurance that even when you stop being active online, you still have so many things to fall back on. Okay, then the point number 5, the smart money tactic number 5 is start meaningful investments, or start investing meaningfully. When I talk of investment, it mustn't be you trying to give your money to someone, and all that, and expect ROI and all that. You could do that once you trust the business, or you trust the company, or you trust your organization. But remember, the best investment you could do is on yourself, especially if you're a newbie when it comes to digital entrepreneurship. All those little money that you are making at the initial stage, invest them in courses, build yourself, rebrand yourself, grow, so you can attract more success and more customers, more audience and all that, and make even more money. Then when you start making those huge money, you can actually invest in other things, maybe real estate, futures, stock, and so many of it. Very important. And congratulations if you've been doing all this, and don't feel too bad if you've not been doing any of these, or maybe you're doing one or two. Take it a step at a time. Start with one this month, maybe by next month incorporate another one, or even start one this year. By next year, incorporate another one. Over the next 5 years, you see yourself doing these 5 things simultaneously, and you come out fine even at the end of your active working time on the internet. So having been with me in this video, and I believe you are getting super value, then go ahead to like this video, subscribe, and smash that bell notification icon. And also feel free to share it with your friends so they can learn this awesome information you've gotten today. Okay, so having stayed with me up to this moment, I wish to say thank you so much for always believing in me and listening to my teachings and all that. And see you in my next video.